Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by again today. I'm truly grateful. We're back in CTishay Island for about a week, so we head back to San Carlos City. We have a fun run to celebrate the opening of the new Viper gym. But I want to talk about the benefits of turning 60 in the Philippines, or I could even say aging gracefully in the Philippines. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. I almost thought it was Monday. I guess when you retired, I really lose track of time. But how many of you have ever heard me talk about when you come to the Philippines, it's like going back in time? I know you've heard me say it. Somebody else said it. It really is a throwback, right? Well, in 1981, a study was done by Harvard psychologist Ellen Langer. And she took a small group of men in their 70s and had them stay in a monastery for 5 days. Now, the monastery was designed to look just like it did in 1959, 22 years earlier. There were no cassette tapes, VHS, it was vintage. Everything was vintage. Black and white televisions, the newspapers, the furniture. The men talked about the sports and the movies in the present tense. Even the clothes and the music, everything was a throwback to that period. Well, after 5 days, she found some pretty amazing results, because not only did the men have to just sit there in the time warp, they had to participate. There were no mirrors, no photos allowed except of their younger selves. They carried their own bags. So after 5 days, the men stood taller. They had better manual dexterity. Even an independent group of judges said that they looked younger. They had better vision. Now, this startled Ellen Langer. She was afraid to publish her results because she said, well, since this is a small sample, maybe the academic community won't accept it. But 10 years, well, not 10 years later, 30 years later, actually, 2010, a British broadcasting company did the same study with the same results. So Langer came to the conclusion that we can prime our minds to feel younger, and then our bodies will follow suit. But see, I believe this is what happened to me here in the Philippines. I turned 60 recently, but I feel 40 because I can add one more thing to that time warp. I'm with a 41-year-old woman. So I feel younger, and my body is starting to follow suit. You know, it's amazing because I've always said that. See, not only in the Philippines does it look like the 1950s. Some places you go to, you see them jeepneys, you see the buildings and everything. But the people, they act like they're back in 1950. So you start feeling younger. If you don't believe me, I'm going to tell you, I'll give you a perfect example. I don't know if any of you guys have ever met Bud Brown in person. I don't know how old he is, but I know he's older than 60. This guy looks very, very young. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when he goes, because he just recently moved back to the United States. And the reason I bring him up is because he lived here for 12 years. Look at him versus looking at his wife. He looks so much younger than his wife. I don't know if it's good genes, but I think he was a victim, or should I say, I think he reaped the benefits of being in a time warp. Guys, there's a lot of benefits to aging gracefully and in the Philippines, man. I mean, it's like I'm being preserved. That's what I feel like. Merlin asked me the other day, did I feel different? I'm like, what are you talking about? She was talking about sexually. I'm like, no, Hell, I was just 59 last night. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because, you know, getting older, man, is inevitable, really. So why not be happy about it? Imagine these guys, some of these guys in that study, a touch football game broke out among the group. Some of them had come to that study on canes. This stuff is true, man. And I see it all the time over here. I met Bob and Evelyn again. It was a great couple. They're from the United States. She's originally from Philippines. I think she moved to America, she told me, in 1969. And he said he was 75. And I was like, wow, this guy looks to be in his 60s, maybe late 50s. But I see it over and over and over here. And I said, there's something to being in the Philippines, man. It's not some type of fluke, because I did a video on it a long time ago called The Fountain of Youth is in the Philippines. And I honestly believe that when you put that mixture of the time warp, the sunshine, the beautiful women, because don't ever underestimate the influence of a woman on your life. Just think about your mother. You're going to eat better. You're going to get more exercise. Not so much exercise, but you're going to be more active. And you reap benefits from that. I mean, look at me, man. We're going to the gym again today. I believe I've lost about 10 pounds since me and Marilyn started exercising again. She showed me a picture of her last year and her today. Doesn't even look the same. She looks so much younger. Her face was round back then before she started working out. So I just want to talk about that, guys. There are some benefits, more benefits for older men when it comes to the Philippines besides the cost of living, you know, besides having a beautiful, attractive, younger woman. You're probably going to live longer if you take care of yourself. Remember, you got to take care of yourself. We have to do our part. We can't just sit around and think that, oh, everything will be done for us. Because remember, those guys in that survey, they couldn't just sit around. They had to participate. They had to pretend they were in their 50s, not their 70s. They had to talk about sports and movies of that era in the present tense, guys. And you have to do the same thing. But it's not hard to do in the Philippines. Because the Philippines is a true throwback, man. I've said that so many times. I thought it was just me. I'm pretty sure you've heard some people talk about it. Then you throw in that younger woman, man. Next thing you know, hell, it's like you're part of that damn experiment. You see these old ass jeepneys throwing you back 30, 40 years. I feel like I'm 40 years old, man. There's no aches, there's no pains. I sleep through the night. You know, I don't waste hard-ons either. Ask Merlin. They were talking about that at the meet and greet the other day. The girls, they were talking about how often they have sex, right? See, these young women, man, these are young women in their prime. One said about once a month, which kind of shocked me. One said twice a week. One said every day. Then Merlin said, yeah, every day, 2 or 3 times a day. One lady said they weren't even having sex. Said her man wasn't interested in sex. Well, you know, that's none of my business, but there's some benefits, man, to turning 60 in the Philippines, to aging gracefully, guys. If we're fortunate, man, we're going to get old and then we're going to die. Some people aren't as fortunate. They don't age at all. They die like my brother, 26, one at 30, one at 55. So I'm just saying, if you over here right now, man, take advantage of some of these benefits, man. Go on and watch some of Bud Brown's videos and see what 12 years in the Philippines did for him. I'm very, very interested to see his physical progress over the next, or decline over the next few years since he's moved from here and he's back in the Matrix over there. But thank y'all so much for stopping by again today, man. I didn't get too old. You know, somebody sending me videos again of people making vlogs about me, man. What do you expect? These guys are struggling for content. They're losers. They need people like me for their content. But what do you expect? I've gotten too damn old to give a fuck about what they're saying about me, man. This is the fourth quarter for me. I'm going to go out with a bang, just like my buddy Robert Dane said. He said, we getting too old to give a fuck. We're too close to the end to really care. I'm going to go out with a bang, guys. So if in America it's getting late, before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. But if you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you on your lunch break, and you see somebody out in the street or wherever you see them, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's about 7 a.m. on a beautiful Wednesday morning. Look at this, guy. There's benefits to growing older and aging gracefully in the Philippines. I seen my buddy Ace Purnell. He came to a meet and greet. He's got a beautiful young woman. He doesn't look 78, man. This guy looks in his early 60s. There's something going on over here, man. I invite you to come over here and experience what we're experiencing. You may get an extra 10 years, or you may feel 10 years younger. But not a day goes by that I don't help somebody over here. Every single day. If I don't help somebody, man, I promise you I'll wake up out of my sleep and make a plate of food and go out there and find somebody and give it to. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Look at this. I'm going to let y'all enjoy these waves, man. The weather's been kind of breezy here. They got a lot of rain and a lot of wind while we were gone. We came back just in time. Look at that. If you can't feel younger here, you can't feel younger anywhere.